The last topics for the first exam are adverbs of frequency, 3.2, and making arrangements. So I'm going to explain a little bit about adverbs of frequency. So it's 3.2. Adverbs of frequency. Okay? So as its name says, they are going to modify the verb. They are going to tell us when the things happened and how often the things happen. And as you have here in the language bank, page 132, adverbs of frequency, we have never, hardly ever, sometimes, often, usually, and always. Okay, so we have never, hardly ever, then we have sometimes, often, usually, and always. Yes, kind of this one 100% and this one 0%. You have here the line here with the percentages. Well, what we have to remember about the adverbs of frequency is that they are used differently when we're talking about the verb to be. When we use the verb to be, they have a different position in the sentence. And that's what they are giving you here. It says, adverbs of frequency is to say how often you do something. So it is how often. And then they tell you there that they go almost always before the verbs except the verb to be. And we have an example here. Sarah is usually friendly. So we have Sarah is usually friendly. So if you check here, you have the verb to be, and then after the verb to be, you have the adverb of frequency. Okay? So first the verb to be, and then the adverb of frequency. And then, for example, if we have that sentence in plural, so we have Jesus and Eduardo are always, what can we say? Responsible. Okay? Jesus and Eduardo are always responsible. So we have here the verb to be, and after the verb to be, we have the adverb of frequency. Yeah, that would be in affirmative. Then what would be in negative? So Sarah isn't usually friendly. It's exactly the same. Sarah isn't usually friendly. Jesus and Eduardo aren't always responsible. So it goes after the verb, still after the verb, no matter it is negative. So we have here, Sarah isn't usually, let's change friendly to serious. Okay, so we have Sarah isn't. Here we have the verb to be, the contraction is not, and then we have the adverb of frequency. So the negative is the same with the verb to be, first the verb to be, and then the adverb. And let's check the one of Jesus. Jesus and Eduardo aren't always talkative. Okay, sometimes they are quiet. So we have aren't, contraction are not, and then we have the adverb of frequency always. Yeah, so that would be in negative. Okay, with the verb to be. So we're just talking about the verb to be right now, okay? We have here verb to be. Now, what would be with the question? Well, you know that for the question with the verb to be, we just move the verb to be to the beginning. Is Sarah usually friendly? Is Sarah usually friendly? Are Jesus and Eduardo always responsible? So the verb to be kind of stays the same, no? So we have for the question, is Sarah usually, let's think about another adjective, friendly, serious, what would be cheerful? Cheerful, very happy. Is Sarah usually cheerful? So we have here the adverb. Here we have the adverb and we have the verb to be as always at the beginning when we have a question. So for the question of Jesus and Eduardo, are they? No? We could also use are they always, we said responsible, talkative, what would be hardworking? Are they always hardworking? So we go here with the verb to be and then the adverb of frequency. You see? So we're talking about only the verb to be in this example. Thank you.